St. Joseph Church in Granville is a big old Gothic church, and for a long, long time they did not have air conditioning. And I happened to have a wedding there before they got air conditioning, so there were fans all over the place blowing, and there were fans on pillars and fans on the floor. And the way they set it up for the wedding was that the bridal party was down there in the front and seated across the front, and then they had me with the bride and groom. We were sitting in three chairs here, and they were nice enough to have a fan on the floor over here that blew directly onto myself and the bride and the groom, so we could get a little relief. It was a very, very hot day. In the middle of the responsorial psalm, when we're sitting there listening to that, one of the bridesmaids got up and went to that fan and took it and turned it so it was blowing on her. And then she went and sat down. So the bride and groom and I were left there to sweat. Now, my hope is that she was just oblivious. She just didn't get that what she did affected somebody else or took away from somebody else's comfort. I hope that's what it was. But when we look at the story of the Good Samaritan, it's one thing to see how we can ignore something blatant like somebody laying by the road in pain. But oftentimes we are just oblivious. Oftentimes we don't think about how my actions and my speech and my habits and my lifestyle might affect somebody else. The way that I act, the things that I say, the opinions that I express, the way that I live my life, the way that I use the resources of the earth might affect somebody else. It might have an impact on somebody else. And so part of being a good Samaritan is to try to make ourselves aware of that, to try to understand that everything I do and say and the way that I live actually has an impact. It actually has an effect on others. And we're supposed to try to always remember to be looking out for the welfare of others, actually even more so than our own welfare.